going to put you on the spot first.
Okay.
From your background as a doctor, forget the politics, what's your whole reaction to this experiment with recreational marijuana?
I think it's going to end up a tragedy. I mean, if I've searched the medical literature on this, there's never been a positive study on recreational marijuana. The connection to further drug use, the connection to depression, the connection to lack of motivation. There's nothing really positive that comes out of it. The second point I'd make is when you smoke a marijuana joint, it's like smoking 18 cigarettes. That's the amount of carcinogens that you intake. And so it's really very harmful to your physiology of your body and very damaging over the long run. And there's good long-term studies that show what happened. The third point is when you use medical marijuana to smoke it versus take a pill. We have two prescription drugs that work. And the fourth point I'd make is marijuana is still a controlled substance, which is raising the ire again that the president isn't enforcing the law. You know, legally, under Drug Enforcement Administration and under the law, states shouldn't be allowing marijuana to be sold because it's a controlled substance. But yet they are. So here we have, again, the same issue that I come across is leadership and integrity in the rule of law, because that's what holds us together. That's the glue that holds us together.
Do you think that states shouldn't be allowed to be doing what they're doing?
I think
the federal government should step in and
I think we should either change our law up here to say it's not a controlled substance or enforce our law. Now, I'm pretty much a states' rights, so I would probably say the federal government shouldn't be regulating that, and the states should be able to do it, but it's still stupid. You know, we're free to be stupid in this country, and it's really stupid in Colorado right now. I was in Breckenridge this weekend.
Yeah.
That's a city that has pot, and boy, could you smell it.
What about in Maryland? There has been some action to decriminalize parts of it. What would you, if you were a former Speaker of the Maryland House, what would you do if you were still there?
First, I have no reason to doubt what Thomas said in regards to the medical aspects of marijuana. I was Speaker of the House, the Maryland Legislature. I was appointed by President Reagan to the Federalism Task Force. I believe in federalism. I do. Let's see what the states are doing. Let's see what comes out of the states. That's how we develop national policy, by looking at the states first. So I think we should let the states proceed. Let's take a look at it. Let's have some studies. Let's see how it goes.
So you'd agree, though, we ought to take this off the list up here, either enforce the law or take it off?
I was under the impression in regards to these issues that it's okay, but I hear what you're saying.
It's not. It's illegal.
Yeah.
Well,
under federal law.
So
it's a perfect example of the administration using very, very wide discretion to basically say to people, don't enforce the law.
Well, I believe
I think that they're making a decision to go after more dangerous drug crimes using scarce resources. And I think that unfortunately, because of budget cuts, some of them good, some of them not so good, those are the decisions that
I mean, I think the point that if you believe in the 10th Amendment, this is a great challenge for conservatives. If you believe in the 10th Amendment, then states ought to have the right to run certain kind of experiments.